This is James. We're still here at E3. I'm here with Mike from Capcom America, and we're here to talk about Dragon's Dogma. Now, Mike, I was at Captivate earlier in the year, and I saw the Griffin level.
Yes.
I got to play it myself, but here we're going to take on the Chimera, I believe.
Yes.
Just while Seth's getting ready to play off camera, how do they differ as adversaries?
Well, the Griffin battle took place in an outdoor location. This time, we're kind of in a cavernous region. And the Chimera, if you're not familiar with it, is a really bizarre creature. It's part lion, part magic goat, and part snake.
So we're off now. Can you just sort of talk us through what we're seeing here on the screen?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, if you're not familiar with Dragon's Dogma, it's a brand new action IP from Capcom. It's being developed by some of the guys who worked on Devil May Cry 4, Resident Evil 4. So action is their pedigree, and they've always wanted to do something in the fantasy genre. So this is a huge open world action adventure game. We're seeing our nemesis here, the dragon, makes a brief cameo in the demo. Really quickly, the story is he steals your heart at the beginning of the game, and you're kind of on a quest to find out why he did it, get it back, and then, you know, obviously you're going to confront him at the end of the game.
So what kind of weaponry has Seth got to play with here?
Well, right now we've got just basic sword and shield stuff. There are all sorts of different weapons in the game, and one of the things you probably notice is you've got a companion pawn with you right now. Dragon's Dogma uses a cool pawn system that the team's developed. You have a companion pawn who you train throughout the game. He's kind of like your sidekick. And then depending on what your quest is, you can recruit different pawns into your party. So you might need a mage for magic for a particular scenario. You might want a warrior for his brawn. There's a whole pool of pawns, so you can constantly, you know, be changing up your party depending on the situation.
So here, this is where you call your pawns. You use these stones here?
Yeah, this is actually, for the demo, we have it set up so a couple of pawns are going to join our party right now. We've got a strider and we've got a mage.
Okay.
And controlling the pawns is really nice too. The team didn't want it to be overly complex. The commands are mapped to the D-pad. You know, one push up sends them into battle. You know, you push down, they come back. They'll also, you know, give you tips and tricks for the different monsters and help you with strategy and things like that.
So now that we've got our pawns together, we're going to go and take on the Chimera now?
Yeah, we're almost there. We have a few enemies to battle before we reach where the Chimera lives.
I'm interested because you say this is from some of the guys that made Devil May Cry. You know, what kind of mythologies are they drawing on? Because it's very sort of Western mythology, the Chimera and the Griffin. Yeah,
I think it's, you know, your basic kind of sword and sorcery stuff. I think they've always been fans of the genre, you know, Lord of the Rings, you know, any of that type of subject matter, and they've been kind of itching to dip their toe in this pool for a long time, and like this is their baby. They've been working on this for a while.
So how could the pawns work together? It seemed there was some, just went through some almost like co-op moves there. Yeah,
the pawns they're really instrumental to your success in the game. They'll often grab an enemy for you and kind of set them up for a kill shot and things like that. And like I mentioned, they're constantly giving you strategies on how to defeat certain baddies.
Just while we're getting to the Chimera now, I think we've got some questions from Twitter. If
sure.
If I can just call in Sid here.
We're definitely, you struck a nerve here with the Twitter sphere. A lot of questions coming in. One that's coming up again and again and again. Will Dragon's Dogma have customizable weapons and armor?
Well, we haven't talked too much about customization yet. It's something we're going to be kind of revealing a little bit later as we get closer to the release date. But I think it's safe to say, you know, we're going to be, you know, really competitive with other top action adventure titles in that regard.
Any more?
And I'll do one more. There's another big theme here. People are very intrigued. Obviously, it's a single-player focused game. Inevitably, the question turns to multiplayer type content. So, are you looking at multiplayer content for Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah, again, unfortunately, it's something we're not kind of revealing all the specifics on yet. It is a single-player game. We do have the pawn system in there, but we're going to be revealing some cool stuff we're doing with PlayStation Network a little bit later on towards release.
Let's take another look at the game here. So we're in sort of like a dungeon environment now.
Yes.
What's happening here?
Well, we're being bombarded here by, it looks like, a bunch of orcs. And Wes is taking care of them right now with the help of his team. Here's an example where your main pawn is actually provoking the enemies there for you to kind of get them into range so you can attack.
Well, what's the main advantage of playing as this character?
Well, this is the one we just have set up right now for the E3 demo. You know, we kind of talked a little bit about customization earlier, and more about that later on.
Okay, well, I think we can wrap it up there.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for bringing the game, and really look forward to seeing more. When can we expect to see a little bit more?
We're due to ship probably in early 2012, but we'll probably be seeing, you know, updates and more information at kind of, you know, all the different big shows over the summer, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
Perfect.